Take out your bell work packet and your note packet for triangles. So for today's factoring question, we have to first look for our GCF. This quadratic has a GCF of 2. Pick up your calculator and divide everything by 2. When you do, you get 1x squared plus 1x minus 6. And yesterday we talked about whenever a is 1, we actually don't need to make our box. We need to find 2 angles that multiply to -6 and add to 1. So we'll have our 2, and then we'll have our 2 boxes. And now we're looking for our 2 numbers. So 2 numbers that multiply to give you -6 and add to 1 would be a +3 and a -2. So we simply just put those 2 numbers into our parentheses, and we have factored that expression. For number 2, in order to find the measure of angle T, we have to keep in mind the triangle sum theory. And that states that all the angles inside of a triangle add up to 180. So the measure of angle T will equal 180 minus 27 minus 82. Pick up your calculator and type that in. And you should get 71 degrees. Take out your note packet and go to page 5. Pause the recording and copy down each one of these definitions. When you're classifying a triangle, we can classify it by the measure of their side lengths and also the measure of the angles inside. If you have a triangle where all of the angles are less than 90 degrees, we call that an acute triangle. If one angle is more than 90 degrees, that's an obtuse triangle. And if one angle equals 90 degrees, then that would be a right triangle. A special kind of acute triangle, this is a special kind, is called equiangular. And that's when all of the angles are the same. And in order for that to be true, each angle would have to be 60 degrees each. Pause the video and record the definition for your classifying triangles by sides. If it is equilateral, that means all of the angles are the same. And these little hash marks indicate that these 3 sides are the same. If you only have marks on 2 sides, that means 2 sides are the same, and we call that an isosceles triangle. And lastly, when all 3 sides are different, that is scalene. So we're going to classify some triangles by angles and also by sides. So this has a right angle, which means it is a right triangle. And it also has 2 sides that are equal, so it is an isosceles triangle. So this will be a right isosceles triangle. For question 10, all of the side lengths are different, so we call that scalene. And it does appear that this angle is greater than 90, so it would be obtuse. And this last one is an equiangular. And it's also equilateral. If you have a triangle that's equilateral, we automatically know that the angles are the same. So if all 3 sides are the same, then all 3 angles will also be the same. So let's take a moment and classify our triangles. So for this one, looking at our side lengths, they're all different. So it's scalene. All of our angle measures are less than 90, so it's also acute. For number 2, we have a right angle, which means it's a right triangle. And 2 sides are equal, so it would be isosceles. For number 3, we have one angle that's greater than 90, so it's obtuse. And 2 sides are equal, so it's isosceles. For all your sides are the same and all your angles are the same. So this would be equiangular. And it's also equilateral. Every triangle that has all the angle measures the same will also have all side lengths be the same. For question number 5, we have one angle that's 90 degrees, which means it's a right triangle. And all 3 sides are different, so that is scalene. For number 6, we have an angle greater than 90, which means it's obtuse. 2 sides are the same, which is isosceles. Go ahead, pause the video, and try to answer these 3 questions. Classify them by angles and also by sides. So number 1 would be an obtuse triangle. 2 sides are the same, so it's isosceles. For number 3, it is equilateral and equiangular. For I think I said number 3, but that's number 2, sorry. And number 3, all your sides are different, so that would be scalene. Sides are on the outside, angles are on the inside, so those are all different. And one of my angles is 90, so it's a right triangle. Homework 1 is still due on Thursday. Use this time to continue working through homework 1. We will finish out this first piece on Wednesday.